Right. Let's see if this is working. Okay, lovely. Right. We are live. So, hello. Welcome back. This is episode number 3 of the Football Manager career, obviously. Hopefully the microphone, like the audio, is a little bit better, because apparently it's been too quiet, and it has. So, I've put the microphone really close to my mouth now. So, yeah, you should be able to hear everything going on. But, yeah. So, just a quick recap. We finished off last time by playing against Israel. We beat them 4-2, which is what we like to see. And obviously you can see there what we've been doing. We've been doing pretty well so far. And yeah, I'm pretty sure half the squad's bloody greyed out, yeah, if I remember correctly. Obviously it's been a little while since we last played. And yeah, so I think a bit of a catch up was needed. But yeah, so also in the meantime I'm going to be applying for more club jobs, just so that it isn't so boring, perhaps, maybe you could say. Who are these? To be honest, I don't really care. I'm just going to apply for everyone. Right, that lasted long, didn't it? Lovely. So, yeah, that's the only thing with international management. I know I've said it before. Knowing me, I probably said it in the last episode, but international football is kind of long. I love it. I absolutely love it. But when there's nothing on, it's a little bit boring. Ah, here we go. That could be doable. Some Welsh teams. We should have a good chance of getting them. Because I mean, this is more of an infamous one in the Welsh football. What am I looking for? Yeah, but they're typically half a star or a star. So obviously Newtown is more, what's it called, reputable. Yeah, here we go. See, things are spicing up. Things are interesting now. Right, let's see how we do. Hello. Let me click it. Thank you. You have never managed a club team before. Why is that, and why should I overlook that? You know what? I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna skim through these because the questions and answers are normally the same. So, I never really do anything to do with that. Oh, owner looking to sell. Interesting. Okay, so basically whilst that's going on, we don't really do anything to do with it. Yeah, that's fine, and if I could get a coaching badge, lovely, thank you, that'll be handy. I'm not actually too sure if we've actually got a coaching badge. We do, we have National B, excellent, cool. Okay, Flint Town now, and it's pretty much going to be the same. Objectives are these top 4 in the JD North. Cool. Lovely. Would you give me a coaching badge? You would. Excellent. Ooh, okay. Let's have a look. Try to forge. Yep, sure, whatever. Yeah, that one. That one. Holy mackerel. Okay, that could be interesting. That could be very interesting. Excellent. And I don't actually know who these are, to be honest. Yeah, I've not actually heard of these before, if I'm being completely honest. But we are going to just skim through this. Avoid relegation, lovely. There's no pressure on that one then, pretty much. They don't agree. Right, okay. Interesting. Okay, so, good news is, we could potentially be spicing things up and doubling up. Going international management and club management, which would be superb. Let's have a look. Are there any new jobs that have popped up? No. Ooh, okay. We're Aberystwyth and Guilsfield. We are actually the leading candidate for. So, interessant. Interesting. Here we go. Right. Blah blah blah. Yeah, cool. Let's have a look at what they are doing. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it. And then Flint Town have approached. Ow! I stubbed my toe. Oh, I do apologise. Half star third. Okay. Now. Do we take this? Or do we do like the sensible thing and wait for potentially the others? We could delay, obviously. But I kind of like to work at different clubs and stuff. So like first come, first serve. It's normally how I do things. And they've approached me first. So yeah, you know what? That makes it interesting. Let's have a little talk with these. You probably actually. Wait, can I go back and delay? I can. Excellent. Right, let's delay it. We're gonna be sensible. I remembered what I did with Italy under-19s, and I went based off reputation. So I think that's how we're gonna do it. Sort of. Right, ignore me. I'm having a stinker. Right, let's see. Wait, is that all of them that have approached me now? There was 4, I'm pretty sure I applied for. And there's 4 there. Excellent. Right, they've all approached me. Sexy. Right. Let's have a look. Flint Town, what are you saying? Half a star. JD North, 3rd. Cool. Aberystwyth. Half a star. Semi-pro. Premier, 12th. How many teams are in that league? Right. Okay. Newtown. Semi-pro, 1 star. 6th in the Prem. Cool. Lovely jubbly. So, yeah, boy. And then obviously, whenever you get the backroom staff changes, they're normally gonna give you an offer then. So let's have a look. North, 5th, semi-pro, half a star. Right, okay, I think it's got to be Newtown. So, apologies, Aberystwyth. Adios. Yeah, whatever. Newtown is looking like where we're going to go. So, obviously, you never know. Let's see if we can be cheeky and get up to 250. Top division relegation wage drop. It's only fair to have a 2020. Well, actually, no, that's a completely different thing. But oh well, that is what we'll try and do. That is what we're going to get. And ladies and gentlemen, it will be a little less boring now, as we now have club football alongside international football. Excellent. Fantastic. Right, I tell you what, I am absolutely boiling. I am absolutely boiling. I mean, it's my fault for having my window closed, but it is what it is. Right, let's skip forward. Here we go. Okay, we do have a director of football and we do have an assistant manager, so at least for the first season or so, we are going to work with them, I should think. Possibly, maybe. Okay. What were the expectations? Latter stages of the JD Welsh Cup, latter stages of Nathaniel MG Cup, and qualify for Europa Conference League. That could be interesting. What do the supporters want? Get the better of our rivals, them, if we happen to play against them. Finish above Aberystwyth in the league. They're predicted bottom, so hopefully we can do that. And then obviously qualify for the Conference League. That would be nice. We're going to do that, and every week I will have a meeting. Lovely. Cool. Right. Okay, the supporters have a low influence on the board, that's good. Season expectations, we're just going to do the minimum. We don't want to put too much pressure on ourselves, so I don't really like Route 1 football or counter-attacking football, but this is what they recommend based on the squad. So normally I will just do that, see how it's going for a little bit, and then if I think it's not really working, I'll switch up and use what I like to play with. So I don't know whether to do that. I suppose doing it this way, you get to experiment with more tactics and stuff. But then I don't know if, like, when you're a manager, you're supposed to just come in and implement what you know. Like, I like a control possession kind of style. But obviously, my assistant manager then thinks Route 1, fluid counter-attack. So, you know what, that's what we're going to do, because we get to explore different tactics then, as we go to, like, different teams, nations, whatever. Out of those three, my favourite would probably be the fluid counter-attack. So that's what we're going to make as our primary one. I'm going to get all three training. What was the first one I did? Fluid. Right, direct. 442, interesting. So this is just what I do to get used to everything first. Right. And I leave it completely default, and then I tweak things, like, when I see necessary, you know. 4 goalkeepers in the first team, wow. Interesting. Like, set pieces. Again, I'll go to staff preferences for this. And then, obviously, I will tweak things if I need to. Gonna take these off. Gonna go with you, and you. And my usual of those two. We do have some captains, but so we're gonna not touch that because that will just piss everyone off. So yeah, right, that is that bit done. Alright, let's have a look. Sure thing. Right. Have they played a fixture? They have. They had a friendly against Hungerford Town. I was going to say I thought I recognised them. I can't remember. Have I actually got the English League loaded? I can't remember which. Oh, sugar. Can't remember which leagues have actually got loaded now. I've only got 5. Interesting. I like to try and play with 10. Yeah. What's my thinking behind that? Right. Okay. Maybe I shall add some more. Should I do that or shouldn't I? I don't know. You know what? I will, just to make things more interesting. So, I am going to quickly pause this, and then I shall be back in just a minute. Okay, you know what? I can figure out how to pause it. I'm not very good with OBS. So, you know what? I'll do it later. I'll do it another time. So, we're just going to crack on. Right. They have actually played already. So normally how I do it is I go based off the form in the last 5 games. Because I think form is important. None of the goalkeepers seem to have a rating, so just have a quick look at everyone. So Jack Stewart might be the best, so we'll stick him in. He's had a good performance. So is he on a 6.9? And so is Sam Bailey. Wing back right. We don't really have a wing back right, but if you can play defensive right, you can play wing back. Typically. Right, defensive midfield. Who is going to play there? Probably you, considering you're on an 8.3. Okay, wing back left is going to go to this guy. He's the only one who can play there. 2 midfield centres. Central midfielders even. Right, I know this is a very interesting way of doing it, but yeah, my style is kind of luck based, so yeah. And now we're just gonna fill this in, and we'll go through like this. So I normally just trust the process, you know, and then just tweak things as I go through. It's kind of like micromanagement in a way. What is this saying? Yeah, we definitely could do some of those. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that as is. I think the rest is probably alright. Dynamics, right. Let's see. Hello. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Lovely. Outstretched arms, that is lovely. Last stages. Brilliant. And you know what, that is it. So, they seem to be pretty happy with that. That is what we like to see. Just go through these quickly. Yeah, you can't be unhappy with my management just yet. Oh, sugar. Okay, they have obviously nothing to see yet. Coaching staff, got a manager, obviously 5 coaches. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to touch that. I am going to look to bring in a couple more scouts. And we'll look to bring in an extra physio as well. Right, let's just get rid of those. Okay, training. Units. Let's just make sure that's all alright. Yes, that. Where am I using him at the moment? He might be the guy on the 8 point. No, he's not. I don't know where I'm using him at the moment, but I'll leave him in there for now. Mentoring, I'm going to leave to the assistant manager. Individual, that's fine. Rest, I will set to physio's recommendation. And coaching assignment, I will ask assistant. And okay. Who have we got next after this? Torquay United, good side then, very good side. Okay, okay, interesting, lovely. Oh, we've got the fixture for that already. It's against Connors Key. Decent side, I'm pretty sure. Let me just have a quick look at the season preview. Obviously, TNS are expected to finish top. we're actually second on the list. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Scouting. I'm pretty sure we have a chief scout and that's it. So scouting budget's 3.9. We'll leave it on that. We've only got £75 a week left. Actually, if I'm looking at contracts, what is everybody typically on? Kind of like semi-professional wages, yeah. So bring that back to there. We ain't got anything going on. Any clauses? No. Okay. Lovely stuff. Ooh, a synthetic surface. Lovely. Anything else I really need to see here? Any affiliate clubs? No, that's a shame. Club Vision. Yeah, don't need to go through that just yet. Okay, that is good. Obviously, we're within the wage budget. I always think that's important, so I like to try and stick to that as much as possible. We've got a little bit of net debt, but there's no transfer debt. Ah, sugar. Projection. Not good. Youth Academy or Development Centre. Ones to watch. Nothing really too much going on there at the moment. Under 19s. So, it's an okay squad. Do they have any fixtures? They do, they are in a league. Lovely, that is what I like to see. Any staff? Let's try and get them a coach. Since we can just have one, we'll just do a generic coach. And that is fine. Okay, cool. Lovely. That's in 3 days' time. So, we won't be doing any international stuff for a while. So it's just focusing on club football for the time being. Just going to accept that. And we're going to have our first weekly staff meeting. I typically tend to do what these say. I know a lot of people don't, but I like to use my staff. So, yes, trade training I don't really like, but it is what it is. Weaker foot training is always important. If you're playing football, you should be able to use both feet. Yeah. Especially if you're semi-professional or professional. If you're amateur, fair enough. But, yeah. High potential players in these three. Lovely. I completely forgot we didn't have a head of youth development. I'm just going to schedule these for afterwards. Head of youth development. Let's have a look at them. Toby Kopp. Andrew Thomas. It's got to be Andrew Thomas in my opinion. So, let's try and approach him. He wants far too much. So, yeah. That is the most I can give you, mate. And then a scout. I mean, he's not the best, but we don't have any scouts at the moment, so we are going to try and bring him in. That is fine with me. Okay, let's crack on. Set piece tactics I like to leave to my staff. I'm not really too interested in set pieces, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah. Code of conduct I like to leave as is. Just keeps everyone happy then. Yeah. I'm a little bit scared about TNS. They are pretty good. I'm pretty sure they're professional, aren't they? Yeah. Squad downouts I've gone through, and then obviously there's nothing to worry about here. Training I like to leave to my staff. Okay, let's meet the media. I know a lot of people don't do their press conferences, but I do, just because, well, I know it's a little bit boring, but why not, I suppose. Many people think that Newton's wage budget is simply too small for you to bring in the high quality players needed to improve the team. Are you going to approach your chairperson, Howard Ellis, and ask him to increase the wage budget? No. The budget has been set as current level for good reasons. Yeah. I think they're pretty reasonable. You've decided not to give up your post with the Italy U19's national team. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So your Italy under. Now that would be a good idea. Although half of them are grayed out, so yeah, that does limit my options really. Have you had a chance to think about tactics? I have. There we go, I'll say that one. Is there a chance that you experience a slow start as you develop a new approach? Potentially. I am optimistic though, so we will go with that one. I'm going to do this. It is a massive club in terms of Welsh football, really, I'd say. We'll be looking to change the squad very much. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. They are typically pretty happy. There we go, I'll say that. We'll be sensible. I don't see why not. Yeah, sure thing. Improve the squad. Probably wing back right if I'm correct. Wing back right. Are you going to be focused? No. I hate questions like that. You gotta try and win every single game. Yep, that's it. Ugh. Thanks, Ryan Davies. Oh, okay. We shall do this friendly against the second 11. And then I shall call it there, I think, for this episode. So, yeah, we'll get a match in, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. We'll go first 11 v second 11, and I will manage. Will I manage both, or will I just manage the first 11? Yeah, I was just scanning both sides quickly, actually, just there, because I've had this before where it put in a goalkeeper outfield, and I was not happy. Confirm squads, manage both teams, or manage the first team 11 only. I'll manage just the first 11 only. Right, let's go. Oh yeah, I was waiting to hear like fans and stuff, but because it's like an inner squad friendly, it's probably not gonna be anything too much. I'm gonna say that just because that is true. So there is the squad we've gone for. I'm not gonna read it out because this screen changes too quickly. But yeah, that's the very first squad we're using, and that is the squad we are up against. So yeah, we're over in Wales now, so interesting. That should keep us busy, obviously. And yeah, we'll see how we get on. Cowan's whips into ball to Oswell, but has cleared away quite nicely. Just need to look. We are indeed in red, so yeah. And I'm a very stats-based person. Like, I look at the stats and I tend to go based off that, sort of. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. I think it's important to have a mix of both, looking at stats and obviously using your better judgment and whatever. But yeah. But yeah, I'm not typically a fan of 3 at the back formations or 5. I just like a typical. Ooh, hang on, that was close. I like a typical 4 at the back defensive line, typically. But we are going with what's recommended just because 1, it's new, and 2, hey, come on, Jason Earls. Well, the assist from Rob Evans, and that is the first goal scored from a set piece, actually. So yeah, I'm never really too fussed about set pieces, but yeah, we scored from one, and we're looking good for stats so far. So good stuff. Why is our goalkeeper so tired? Did he pick up a slight knock or something? Well, it could be his training, maybe. As a goalkeeper, I know actually, surprisingly, being a goalkeeper is quite tiring. Not in a match, but in training, because like you're constantly getting up, getting down, getting up, getting down. So if he's tired because of that, then fair enough. No, I only use key highlights because extended highlights has gone for too long. I once actually played. Have we got a penalty? We have. I once actually played a full match. God, it was like an international match. I was in charge of like Vanuatu or somebody like that. Yeah, that was pretty fun actually. But Oswell with the brace. He's on for a hat-trick now, and it's only 18 minutes in. 2-0 up against our second 11 is exactly what we'd like to see. He's gone pretty much straight down the middle. The goalkeeper parry goes to his right-hand side, but unfortunately for him, it is not enough. So, yeah, obviously that penalty's helped the XG out massively. But so far, so good. I know it's only really the second 11, but still, a win's a win. There's no such things as friendlies, in my opinion. Got to fucking die to get 3 points. Roberts. Seen a little bit of him so far. Oswell's impressed me so far. Williams, the other striker, not so much. Haven't really seen him do too much, if we're being honest. It's looking so far so good. I mean, we're not having a lot of possession. I mean, I like to have possession, but obviously it's not always the most important thing. So yeah, approaching half time, and it's looking pretty comfortable so far. Are we going to be able to make it 3 just before? Who is this standing over top of the... Is Evans? Cool. Standing over the free kick. He's taking a sweet time, that's for sure. No, it's just over. Okay. Good start. good starters. Nothing really I'm going to change at half time, so yeah, we're going to say that. Everybody seems to be happy, so out we go for the second half. Let's see what we can do. Can we extend the lead? Hopefully. Our goalkeeper was shat, so he's going to come off, bless him. No, he's not. No, he's absolutely not. Right. Okay, interesting. I think I'm going to bring Williams off. I haven't been too impressed by him so far, to be honest. I haven't really seen him do a lot, but yeah. Hanok Boykier is going to come on now. I know I've butchered that name. I do apologise. Going to give him a team talk. If it lets me. Pump fists, and I'll say that one. Everybody seems to be a little bit complacent, but me. Okay, Roberts is tired now. I know he's playing well, but he's tired, and I think that's important. So, the best bet for there will probably be this guy. On you come. We'll make another sub who isn't having the best game. 6.5. George Hughes in defensive midfield. Right. You can play that. Dylan Downs and Ben Belrose coming on. Composed. And then, actually, no, I'll say the same to you as well. I was going to say something different to him because he's complacent, like I normally do it based off that. But, nah, we won't. And it's been a pretty quiet second half, if I'm being honest. Second 11, trying to force something there by the looks of things, but not quite going to work, unfortunately for them. Since I'm not managing, I wonder who's managing them, but yeah, they've been really left open at the back and exposed there. And Jason Oswell with a good finish to get his hat-trick. And it's that man, Rob Evans, with another assist. Yeah, defensively a bit shaky from the second 11 to get there. That defender just stepping up to create enough space for Oswell, and he's tucked that away nicely, beating Parry. Good stuff. Good, solid stuff. Right, I am going to make a couple more subs, I think. You are tired, Ryan. Okay, never mind. I know technically I could put a midfielder right there, but actually I might do that. You know what? I will do that. Devon Torrey, you're gonna come on. And is there anybody not playing very well? 6.6. Sam Bailey, but I haven't really got a defensive sub, so yeah, we'll just make the one change, I think. We're probably going to leave it there, to be honest, with the subs and everything. Okay, so this is going to be a slightly longer episode than usual, but it's a big occasion. Starting a new job. I mean, we haven't left the other one either, so that's good. But yeah. What's happening? What just happened? Oh, okay, somebody got sent off in the second 11. Ah, that is absolutely fine. Right, good stuff. 3-0 up. It's looking pretty comfortable. You'd like to think we're not going to throw it away or concede any, but this is football, you never know. Love that from Kuzera. There's absolutely nobody around him, and he's just turned into a penguin and headed that ball away. Boyki for the sub to Oswell, who shoots from distance, and oh my goodness me, it's almost ended up deflecting in off Parry. That would have been an interesting goal. It was certainly a good effort, and that man is feeling very confident. to shoot from there, and as he should be, he's got a hat trick. So yeah, looking good so far. I know it's only against the second 11, but you take what you can get, you know. So absolutely brilliant. That's a really promising performance for this stage of pre-season. And considering they beat Hunger for Town 4-0 as well, it's pretty impressive actually. Right, okay, so next time we'll be facing Torquay United. I think we'll try and get 2 games in, maybe. I think that's what we'll try and do. So so definitely Torquay United and potentially Corwen. So thank you very much for checking us out. I hope the audio's been a little bit better. Obviously, there are no match sounds in that last match because there was nobody there. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.